Okay, let's look at this. Athletic released their annual player survey. Players were asked about their favorite stadium to play in.
Ooh, that's
what do you think? What do you think the number one stadium to play in was?
The number one?
Yes. This was easy for me. I got it because it was my favorite.
Your number one or everybody else?
No, it was there. It was at the players, current players, anonymously were asked their favorite stadium.
Trying to think. I'm thinking I'm gonna just go with the two loudest stadiums. That wouldn't be a favorite though. Arrowhead or the 12-man out there in Seattle.
Arrowhead was number one.
It was. That's a good one. That's
U.S. Bank Stadium, which is Minnesota Stadium, was number two. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's loud, but to go there and to see, it's a sea of red.
Yeah.
And they bring that B2 bomber over, and it's just like hovering, and it's right there, but you don't hear it until it gets past you, and then it is rumbling. The stadium is actually rumbling, and all you see is red. And when the national anthem and the home of the Chiefs.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
It's a you can feel the wind of all those people saying Chiefs.
Right.
Feel it. And it just gives you goosebumps, and you know you got to be on your best behavior. Now, when we played them, they're mile high. Yeah. But you have to understand it was different because when I played them in the 90s, they were all a defensive team.
Right.
They were loaded. They had DT. They had Dale Carter. They had Dale Carter, DT, Neil Smith, James Hasty. They had Deron Cherry, Martin Bayless. They Dan Salamua, Joe Phillips. They were loaded on the defensive side. And, they had Barry Ward, Christian Okorie. So Marty Schottenheimer was the coach. They run the ball. Marty wasn't going to do anything crazy and then turn it over to his defense. And, and you see they get you backed up. DT run in the end zone and do this. That's what y'all want to see? And the fans go crazy. Oh, yeah. He said, that's what y'all want to see?
Yeah.
Okay. They get you backed up, Ocho. They get you backed up. It got so loud, they had to change the rules because Dan told us, we went there one time, and Dan says, John, if you can't hear, just turn to the official and tell him you can't hear. Well,
why not go on silent count?
But that was before the silent. There was no silent count. Teams ended up going to the silent count, but the official would make the home crowd quiet down so you could hear the snap. And they said if you didn't quiet down, they were going to start taking timeouts.
Oh, okay. The
NFL said, no, we can't have that. That's the whole purpose of having home field advantage is to have your crowd get into it. So they changed the rule, and then everybody started going on the silent count.
Okay.
Arrowhead was number one, U.S. Bank Stadium. The Vikings was number two. The least favorite stadium to play in. What do you think the players voted?
I'm trying to think. I would go, well, obviously the Raiders aren't at the black hole, so they it's nice over there. So the black hole wouldn't be trying to think least favorite.
I got both of these.
Which fan base is really crazy? Maybe the Eagles.
Eagles.
What about the Eagles? Eagles or the Eagles?
No, not the Eagles. Eagles, no. The old Eagles, when I played, the Eagles used to play at the Vet, which was turf. Right. It was concrete with basically a carpet laid on top of it.
Ouch.
It was terrible, yes. The players voted MetLife is where the Jets and the Giants play.
Oh, that is a bad stadium.
And FedEx Field. Because remember, they just had no cold, they had no hot water just last week. So and the toilet's been backing up from what I've heard. But crazy. When I played, I would say Vet, the Eagles played, the old Astrodome, they did away with that before you got into the league.
Yeah.
Cleveland Municipal Stadium was a dump.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a dump, Ocho. It was bad. It was really, really bad. Yeah. The most annoying fan base.
Well, it got to be.
I know you're gonna get this.
They crazy.
You got
the Eagles. Man, the Eagles threw snowballs at Santa. You know they ain't wrapped too tight.
They say Santa ain't bring them ish. So he deserved it.
Yeah.
Okay, the Eagles were number one. Who's number two?
Number two, fan base that's really crazy.
Ocho, come on now.
It's a good one. Because the Bills.
Nope.
No.
Most annoying.
Oh, annoying. Oh, okay. The Cowboys.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. But see, I came along, we didn't really know how annoying a fan base was because there's no social media. So there was nobody online, oh, y'all, you suck, Cowboy Nation and Eagles fly, whatever the Eagles fly, because I think Ravens flock, Eagles fly. There was none of that going on. So we didn't get it until you got there, but every fan base was rabid. Check this out. Coach, other than your own, that you would wanted to play for.
What player?
Yep.
Oh, that's an easy one. In that Andy Reid offense.
Nope.
Yeah, and what?
He wasn't one.
How he wasn't one? So depending on who you ask, if
three.
you have an offensive player, he was 3. So who would be 1 if you had a coach that would you like to play for?
I mean, that was easy for me. I got number 1. I went with Andy Reid 2, but I got this one number 1. No hands. Mike Tomlin.
That's a
matter of fact, Mike.
That's a good one. I like
number
Mike.
2,
Mike is a good one.
Number 2 was Mike McDaniel.
That's another good one. You notice everybody you just named are player coaches.
I thought they would have named Kyle Shanahan. Can you imagine in that offense?
That offense, that's a good one. That's a good one. Those and they everybody that those top 3 are all player coaches and relate very well to the players.